Hey, welcome back to the Your Financial EKG YouTube channel. My name is Drew Blackston, and today we're talking about a retirement income strategy for a 52-year-old single male who has $750,000 in retirement investments. And we're going to look at a couple different scenarios for him. One, we're going to look at taking Social Security at 62, and then we're also going to look at taking Social Security at full retirement age. And there's a couple different concerns that this gentleman has that we're going to get into here in just a second. Now, if this is your first time with us on the Your Financial EKG YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below, smash the like button if you enjoy this content and it's helping you on your retirement journey, and please leave your questions and comments below. I do read them all and I respond accordingly. So let's get into this retirement income strategy for David. He actually contacted me through YouTube and he was asking the question, hey Drew, when can I retire? When should I take Social Security? And do I have a good retirement income strategy? And that's what we're going to talk about today. 52-year-old single male. Now this strategy doesn't matter if you're male or female, just 52 years old and single, all right? He's wanting to retire somewhere between 55 and 59. His main concerns are healthcare, income strategy, making sure his retirement income is going to last forever, and also when to claim Social Security. And that's huge to make sure that your retirement income lasts forever. And I'm actually going to surprise you with this retirement income strategy because my recommendation to David is actually going to be different than what you might hear on other financial channels. Now, in assets, he has an IRA that has $620,000 in it. He has a 401k that has $88,000 in it. And he has a brokerage account with $40,000, which totals $750,000 in retirement assets. Now, full disclosure, David's going to work for either another 3 years to 55, or he's going to work another 7 years to 59 based on recommendations and based on his retirement assets and retirement growth. All right, so let's get into a retirement income withdrawal strategy for a 52-year-old with $750,000 in retirement assets. Hang on, here we go. All right, so we're going to look at the first part of the retirement income strategy for a 52-year-old single client who has currently $750,000 in his retirement investment split between an IRA, a 401k, and his brokerage account. Now, we're going to look at two scenarios. He's 52. He wants to retire at 55 or 59. So the scenarios we're going to look at are working and investing for the next 3 years in his retirement accounts or the next 7 years in his retirement accounts. So let's get right into that. So he's 52 years old. We're going to go to 55. These are his 3 retirement accounts. These are the buckets that he's using to save for retirement. He's got $620,000 in his IRA. He's got $88,000 in his 401k, and he's got $40,000 in his brokerage account. Now, in his IRA, he's contributing $5,200 on an annual basis, okay? In his 401k, he's contributing $3,300. 3% of that is his contribution, and 3% of that is the company's 401k match, all right? Now, for each account, we're going to give a rate of return of 6%. Now, the reason I give a 6% rate of return, if you've watched the channel at all, you know that the S&P 500 has returned 10% over its lifetime, 8% with inflation. So we're going to back this down to 6% because David's 52 years old. He's coming into retirement, meaning he's going to land the plane in this retirement journey, and we don't want to have a whole lot of volatility in his retirement investments. Now, for the next 3 years, if he does his contributions and his accounts grow at 6% per year, at the end of 3 years, he'd have $917,939, almost $1 million at 55 in his retirement accounts. People always ask, can I retire at 55 with $1 million? I actually did a video on that, and I encourage you to watch it. Now, in his IRA, we're going to go from 52 to 59. Again, second scenario, 52 to 59. Same example. In his IRA, we have $620,000. 401k, we have $88,000. His brokerage account, $40,000. Same contribution levels to each. Same rate of return of 6%. But at the end of 7 years, we're going to have $1,196,062. So the two scenarios, retire at 55, retire at 59. At 55, we've got $917,000. At 59, we have $1.1 million. Now, when we started going through the strategies, we started talking about the scenarios, it made more sense for David to continue working to 59. $1.1 million in his case, because of expenses, we're going to get to that in just a second, and because of inflation, we're going to get to that in just a second, it made more sense for him to work the extra 7 years and to continue growing his retirement savings, okay? So not that this is a bad scenario. He could retire at 55 with 917. The problem was the probabilities of running out of money, running out of retirement income were higher. So as a financial advisor, I did not feel comfortable giving him the check mark to retire at 55. Could he do it? Yes. But it would not be my best recommendation for him. My best recommendation in this case is to work to 59, continue to grow his assets to $1.2 million, and then we start doing the retirement income planning, the Social Security planning, and all of the inflation adjustments. Okay, so we're going to get into that now. Hang on. All right, so let's look at the last piece of this puzzle and determine when David should take Social Security, because that's really the final question in this retirement income withdrawal strategy. When should I take Social Security? We've already determined that David should work from 52 to 59 based on his retirement asset growth. Now we need to make a determination on when David should take Social Security. Now let me put a little asterisk here. Obviously, we're putting together a retirement income plan for David. He's 52 years old. He has $750,000 in retirement assets. But things could change, right? So when we're putting together a retirement income plan, we always want to have the flexibility to change. And I want to encourage you, if you're putting together your retirement income plan, make sure you give yourself the ability to change. Give yourself some fluff so that you can make adjustments when needed. And if you want me to put together a retirement income plan for you, just click on the link in the description below. It's called the Roadmap to Retirement. Download my free booklet and then click the box that yes, you want to meet with me for 15 minutes for a phone call, and we can begin discussing your complete and carefully designed retirement income plan. But let's look at David now. So he's 59 years old. We've got $1.2 million in retirement assets. He's going to have $5,000 in monthly expenses. We're going to put 3% inflation on those expenses between now and the end of his retirement income plan. So between now and when he passes away, the reason we use 3% is because inflation has averaged 3.29% for the last 107 years. So 3% is our inflation rate. 4% is going to be our rate of return on his investments that stay in the market. Now, the reason I use 4%, remember in the last section of this video, we used 6% as he was growing his retirement assets, but he was still working and he was still contributing to his retirement accounts. So now that he's not working and now that he's not contributing, I want to drop the growth rate down to 4% because we're going to be more conservative with his investments. Now listen, if he gets 6, 8, 12%, we're going to high five and we're going to move on, because I know in his retirement over the next 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, the market's not going to average a cool 6, 7, 8%. It's going to make 20% one year and it's going to go negative 20 the next year. It's going to make 30% one year and it's going to be negative 5 the next. And so I want to assume 4% to give us a good map for his retirement income. So Social Security at 62 is the first scenario I want to look at. So 59 years old, we've got $1.2 million. He needs $5,000 a month or $60,000 a year off of his retirement investments. So from age 59 to 62, that's 3 years, he takes $60,000 a year or $180,000 total off of his retirement assets. So at the end of 3 years, earning 4%, taking $5,000 a month, he'll have 1.57379 in retirement assets, a little under $40,000 from where he started. At 62, he's going to kick on Social Security of $1,739. His expenses have inflated from $5,000 to $5,463, and we're going to stay with the same growth rate. 4% is our rate of return. Now we're going to go to a 10-year jump. 62 to 72, taking out $5,463 per month with 3% inflation. His investments go from 1.157 to 1.177. He actually grows $20,000 in his retirement investments from age 62 to 72, just earning 4% a year. Now, from 72 to 82, we're at 1.177. Our expenses have jumped from $5,463 to $7,341, almost $2,000 jump in inflation. Social Security at $1,739. I did not give a COLA increase to Social Security. Again, we're using baseline scenarios. That means he would need to take out $5,602 from his retirement investments. Now, what I did at 82 was I said, how long is this going to last? How long is his money going to last at this point? Taking out $5,602 with inflation, and it would last for 30 years. So from 82, we'd get into 92, 102, and 112. All right, so 30 years from 82. So that's scenario one. So let's go to scenario two, taking Social Security at 67. And I want to save you all the jargon I just went through, because we're going to go through about the same stuff. He's got $1.1 million. He's 59 years old. We're going to go to 67, his full retirement age. We're going to take out $5,000 a year from 59 to 67, inflated at 3%, and he's going to grow his assets at 4% a year. At the end, at 67, we take Social Security, he'll have right about $1 million. So we're down almost $200,000 in that 8-year period because of inflation, because of rates of return. Now, from 67 to 77, he basically breaks even, okay? So he's at $1,081,000. Now he's at $1,062,000. He's down $20,000 essentially, but breaking even when you look at all the money he's taking out in retirement income and inflation and Social Security. Because remember, he kicked on Social Security of $25.96 at 67. Now at 77, I said, okay, how long is this money going to last at 77 with our original $5,000 in expenses inflated, right, from 59 to 77 at 3%, which has now grown to $8,511. We've got Social Security of $2,596. How long is this going to last? 22 years. So from 77, it'd be 87, 97, and 99. So taking Social Security early at 62 for David got him to 112. Means he doesn't run out of retirement income until 112. Over here, it's 99. And I know that seems crazy. You're going, Drew, 99 years old, 112? Is that even possible? Yeah, it is. And it's really possible for your retirement, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s and you're watching this. Your retirement could be 40 to 50 years, which is why you want a retirement income plan that is carefully designed and tactically built for you. And that's what we've done for David. So remember, for David, my first recommendation, work to 59, continue to grow your retirement assets. The second recommendation, which you didn't see coming, was take Social Security early at 62, and that's going to make your money last 30 years. All right? Well, hey, thank you so much for watching this entire video. Please hit the subscribe button below if you're not subscribed. Smash the like button if you enjoy this retirement content. And listen, if you think something's better or you think I missed something, leave your questions, your comments below. I do read them all, and I respond accordingly. Thank you so much again for watching. Have a great day. God bless. Bye-bye.